All right, so take a look at the overview of the map. As you can see, like I mentioned before, you have 3 separate paths that you can actually take to jump into the map itself. Once you're there are actually 2 rounds of these grapple hooks sitting around the top, one around the front of the map, one around the back, and players can certainly take advantage of those if they so desire. Crew not going to do that, just going to jump straight off that grate and pick off a Spook Girl who was caught out in the open. Great shot.
That was a beautiful shot, anticipating him poking out from the L fence, and that was perhaps a little bit cocky from Sprukel. But now we've got Crew. He's going to be swinging up the left-hand side, trying to pick off another defender, but he's already got it down to 2 very early, so that's going to be nice for him, narrowly missing that shot.
Man, 2 of them right in a row that were under 25 centimeters apiece, so good stuff there. Can't land the shot from around the side. Sometimes you'll actually see people that'll grapple hook off to this one here to the left and then swing up all the way on top to try and get position, but it looks like Crew's just going to run for it.
He is, but he's taken 2 shots. He's down to just 1, but Pluxy with no shots left, expending all those rockets so early, allowed Crew to actually cap that point.
All right, well, Spookerl now trying to bring things back for AERO quickly, and that's, after going down a map, then already on map number 2, you're down an attack ground. It's a bit demoralizing, so Spookerl has his work cut out for him. He really wants to turn things around for AERO quickly, because if they drop another attack round, another defensive round, I don't want to count them out yet, but that's hard to come back from.
Yeah, it definitely is, but, they did manage to at least score up a couple point or two that last game, so Spookerl now taking 2 shots very early, in fact. And he's down to just 1 armor against still all 3 defenders, so he's going to need some miracle shots to clean it up, and so far, not hitting those lasers. I think that's it. Yep,
and he does go down, so that's a 3-0 now in favor of Imaginary Gaming. If Moon L can land another attack round right after this, then that is going to be an astronomical comeback for AERO.
Yeah, because, of course, they are 1 point behind with the first round not being theirs defensively, so makes things extremely interesting. Moonell is going to be swinging across the right-hand side of grapple, gunning it for that goal point, tries to get the shot on Frisco, narrowly missing it, but that would have been really, really nice. Goes for a second one as well, not nailing it.
Yeah, I love the way he's utilizing the whole map, though. He went right through the middle, over the grapple hook, off to the right. Now he's at the far left, just trying to do anything to give himself a flank on the defenders and confuse them as to where he's actually at. Now he's kept himself a little bit exposed, and his shots have to count right now.
Yeah, he somehow only takes 1 rocket during all of that. It looked like maybe he had taken 2 at once, but no, in fact. Now he's on the low ground. Oh, there's all 3 here, and this is what we're talking about. Capping that goal point is so difficult when all 3 defenders are still on the field.
And so at least AERO's on the board now. It did come through a defensive round. They still are down an attack round, but maybe Pluxy can bring it back for him. He is going to opt for this right-hand path as well.
We'll see if he can get something done. Really, really needs that attack round, as we've been saying, with the 1-point deficit they currently have in attack rounds.
All right, well, not utilizing the grapple hooks, just going up the right-hand side, not the far right-hand side. There is still another set of arches he could have gone around over there, but he certainly has pretty good positioning. He's got himself with the goalpost and the defenders between him, so he has decent position. He just can't land any of these shots.
Yep, just missing him. His positioning wasn't bad at all, but now he's pretty much, well, he gets 1 shot, and then, okay, does get cleaned up. Normally when you're at 1 arm and you get rushed by 2 people, it ends, but there he made work of it.
Yes, definitely. So we'll see here what KLNG can manage to do. As we said, it's a 4-1 advantage now for Imaginary Gaming, and really anything for them on top of this. They can actually lose all the rest of their attack rounds. As long as they hold on defense, they're going to be fine. So anything that their attackers can do from here on out is just gravy.
Yep. All right, so K. Allen just coming into that double L fence and not managing to make any connections there. In fact, eating a shot, narrowly missing that shot, the headshot on the high ground, but now he's been tagged twice by Sprukel and is going to swing around to the left, try to make the flank there actually on Pluxy, but not pulling it off.
Oh, does finally get one around the side there just after we were talking about that. So Pluxy goes down. Spookerl is a little bit far back there, and whoa, Frisco was caught up on the edge of the pillar. That could have been bad had that been just a second later.
That was stunningly close, but Frisco and Sprukel are now on the low ground defending that goal, and they'll take out K-Allen.
Man, a 1 centimeter miss. That is rough. So K-Allen goes down. Frisco now on the attack. Has really got to start things rolling here for AERO. They're doing a better job of coordinating themselves on defense. They're slowing down and making sure that the rounds are a little bit more in hand, but still, they've got to get an attack round at some point or they will lose. Who's it going to be?
We'll see if it's going to be Frisco. He's coming on the low ground, dodging those rockets ever so narrowly. Hugging up the right-hand side, not a route we've seen an attacker take more than once so far. Frisco is going to come for the flank, using these grapples in the back, but eats a rocket in the process. Eats a second one, actually, from Moonell. And then the third one coming from Crew.
Even when you alter your momentum a little bit in air, you still have a much more predictable path of falling or a path of travel than you do whenever you're on the ground and kind of shifting your positions around. So it was a cool move. If he had been able to pick off 1 or 2 of those early shots right away, he would have been fine when he was sitting up on that grapple hook. But afterwards, it just kind of caught him out in the open.
Yeah, it was a tough position to be in, not able to hit those laser shots especially. So now we've got Pluxy on goal points, Spurkrul over to the left, and Frisco hugging that top wall with the headshots, necessitated by his cover that he actually has behind those rocks.
All right, well, 34-centimeter miss there for Crew. Let's see if he takes. No, I was hoping he would go on the Tarzan route one more time.
Yeah, it's really cool when you can actually grapple over this double L fence and do the death from above on your opponent. But it's a hard shot to hit, and if you don't hit it, you're widely exposed. So.
And Crew now, he has been avoiding rockets for a very long period of time. Does finally take 2 there, but was doing that ring around the Rosie and the L path for a long time. Nice shot off to the left, but he jumps up straight in the air, and Frisco is able to take him out.
That was close. He just didn't have enough time to refresh that laser for the shot on Frisco, in fact. What a close round that was, though. Spookerol is now coming out. He's going to take the right-hand route, and we'll see what he can do with it.
All right. Well, this is fairly decent positioning so far. It seems to be the default path that most people have been going, and a lot of the defenders have been subsequently falling back to the left automatically. So I think it gives AERO the best chance to actually get a point in. They just need to pick off an early defender, and so far they haven't been able to do it. They've made it close towards the end where they've picked off, say, 2 people in a row, but they never get that early defender kill.
Yeah, and it's one of the things that you really, really need on Breach. You have to come up with innovative ways to do it, and Spookerol is going to get one here. So this could be the start of something important, because at this point, this could be his last attacking round if IM is actually able to take one of their own over the next couple. Otherwise, he'll get another shot, but he's got 1 defender advantage at this time. It's still 3 armor.
Ooh, wow, he's just going to rush for this. I don't know about that, and he does get taken out in the process. I think he still had enough time to take at least 1 more open shot on a defender and see if he gets lucky.
It's such a difficult map to achieve that on Breach. You know, the defenders can just sit around that area. Here he was taking a gamble and saying, I hope you're not close, but they happen to be right there. So now it's Moonell stepping up for IM. If he takes this, well, they're only 2 rounds away from victory.
All right, well, Frisco was sitting over to the top right like he always does. Usually takes him a while to fall back, so don't pay attention to that. He shot right through the grate, so even though it was literally a 41-centimeter miss, he had no chance of making that. Yeah,
and now we've got the double L here being hugged by some unknown person. Narrow miss there up, likely on Frisco. He's the one who's been hugging that wall most as of late. Spookerol, I think it is, on the low ground, and he is going to get taken out, in fact.
Beautiful move from Moonell there to double jump from around the side, wall jump around and pick him off. Oh, and Pluxy exposes himself there. So it's just Frisco remaining, who has taken off 1 point of armor. There goes the second, keeps him off the point, but the goal gets captured, and it's 7-3 in favor of Imaginary.
All right, so I think that means we have perhaps our last round for Spookerol. I'm not sure. We'll have to take a look exactly how this does transpire, but Pluxy's coming out now. Needs a point at this point. I mean, well, that's a lot of points.
Well, we have seen stranger comebacks than this in the past. We've seen things that have been down 8-0 and then a complete reversal of that descended into overtime. So it's not out of the realm of possibility. It's simply a very difficult task.
Yeah, Pluxy getting tagged off the start here. And as you were saying, Kevin, I mean, this needs this. It's not of the ages, if you will, but this is going to be a pretty substantial comeback from Pluxy and AERO if they're going to manage to do this.
Yeah, and now Pluxy's down to just 1 of his remaining armor. Oh, and he walks into the rocket from around the side, and we are on match point here.
Yeah, you know, if I was going to die, I'd prefer that's the way. I kind of step it, at least I'm looking the projectile in the face. So you're like, you kind of have that momentary disappointment, but acceptance.
That's right. So you just kind of watch it head towards your way for a while, and you're like, oh, this is going to happen, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, KLNG now can actually close things out for Imaginary, and then certainly he'd like to do it right now, but he doesn't have to, and it's kind of a nice luxury for him, so it allows him to maybe explore some different attack paths, try a different couple of things here to catch his opponents off guard.
All right. Well, 1 shot there actually for Pluxy, but KLNG is going to manage to take him out. Long-range shot there on Frisco, not managing to hit it. Spookerol down here on the low ground. Will he use... Oh, tried to grab the grapple there, I do think, but didn't get into range of it. And K-Allen just going... He really wants Spookerol right now. You can see it, and he gets it! Beautiful shot there. Now it's Frisco versus a 2-armor K-Allen.
That's right. And he was able to take an opponent who was down to 3 armor down to 1. Oh, but he can't do it this time. That's going to be match for Imaginary Gaming. They are going to move on into losers round 2. And unfortunately for AERO, they are eliminated from the tournament.
Very, very well played, however, out of Imaginary Gaming, as you were saying, Kevin. And they are going to be moving